Hey guys, welcome to Amanda's Favorites. Today's video is the Seasons of Planning collaboration that I am a part of. And I am so excited to be a part of this. So I'm gonna link down below to tomorrow's day number 19. We're going to Happy to Plan with Desiree. I'm looking down here at my notes. I'm going to link to her. That's where you guys are going tomorrow for day number 19. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do planner reviews. Every Tuesday, I have a new video for you. I also share my own personal planning sprinkled in there, but a lot of what I do is planner reviews. I just wanna get as many planners out there to you so that when you're making a decision, you can, waste the least amount of money on planners that won't work for you. So you can kind of sift through and find the one that works for you. I have all my playlists categorized in a way to really try to help you find what you're looking for. So I have like daily planners, weekly planners, goal planning. They're organized by category in that way, but then they're also organized by company. In both manners, you can find what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a certain planner, definitely check out my playlist down there. Let's get into our questions for our Seasons of Planning collaboration. I have my questions on my ERIN clipboard here. And if you're interested in finding out how I personally plan, I have an updates playlist here. And that is where I give quarterly updates. I try to every quarter give quarterly updates on my planning and my goal planning, what I'm using for my weekly planner, my daily planner, my goal planning, and just give you an update on how it's going and what I'm using. But I share on Instagram all the time what I'm planning in. So that's more of a up to the minute update. So join me on Instagram at Amanda's Favorites. I would love to meet you guys who are new here and get to know you. We have a great community going there. Let's jump into these Seasons of Planning collaboration questions. Okay, here are these. We're going to go through the 7 questions that we've each been asked to answer. And I honestly just wrote these down and I did not rehearse or even really think about what I'm going to say for each question. So this is pretty raw. Question number 1, why did you start planning? I started planning in high school, was the, first time I can remember planning. I am sure I planned before then because I have loved paper and pens my entire life. Those are things I would ask for Christmas. I had a massive pen collection and journals and paper. So I remember loving that even as a child. I just remember the first planner that comes to mind that I remember having was a Franklin Covey planner in high school. I wanted that planner so bad. There was a Franklin Covey store at a mall near us. And I remember begging for that planner. It had it's a ring bound, expensive leather cover that I specifically wanted, and then the inserts, and I planned in that all through high school from what I remember. I honestly don't specifically remember what planners I was in college. I don't know why I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Why I first started planning was in high school, like I said, to begin with. And that was many, many years ago because I am 42. From what I can remember, it was just to keep track of my homework, my schedule, my classes, my work schedule. I worked at a florist, which I loved all through high school. That was an amazing opportunity. And I needed to keep track of my work schedule and my fun stuff with my friends and my homework and tests and quizzes. And that's why I started planning. Oh, and why I've always continued to plan is the same reason. Just because it helps me keep track of my life. I honestly don't know where I would be without using a planner. Let's jump to question number 2. Why did you join the planner community? This is interesting. I didn't actually know I was joining the planner community when I did. So I've always been into planning, but I didn't know there was a planner community until I already jumped into it. I had not watched any planning YouTube videos. I didn't even know they were out there. I know that might sound crazy, but I honestly had not really watched any YouTube videos except for ones my sons had shown me until I started my channel. So I wasn't even on YouTube. I didn't even know there was a planning community on YouTube or Instagram. I was on Instagram, but with only a little family and friends account. How I accidentally joined the planner community was I had shown my planners I was using on my just family and friends little small Instagram, and I showed it there, a picture, and then I had a couple friends, literally 3 or 4 friends, ask me, whoa, how can you use more than one planner? What planners are you using? Because I've always wanted to get a planner, and tell me about it, and what are the brands? and they wanted to know all about it, these few friends. I was thinking about like typing all this out, and I was like, wow, that's going to be a really long email, you know, even if I use the same email for each one of them. I just thought, why don't I just make them a quick video, you know, like explaining each one, showing it, because they seem really interested, and they were my good friends. So I made a quick video and I threw it up on our family YouTube channel. So I wasn't even smart enough to like start a new YouTube channel. This was our family YouTube channel where all the videos were private, where we just put up video clips of our kids to share with family and such. I threw this planner video on there and I just made it public so I could send my friends to it easily. I put it out there, and then I saw more people were viewing it than them, and they had more questions about these planners after seeing that. And that first video actually isn't out there public on my channel anymore because I actually had to delete a lot of my first videos. I don't remember how many, because I was showing the personal information in my planner, like phone number and such up front. I was such a novice. I didn't even look for that or think about that. So I made these first few videos and they were out on YouTube for quite a couple months, probably at least 2 months, before I realized all my personal information was up front. And people started telling me that once, you know, I started getting enough views for someone to come out and tell me that. These videos, I didn't produce them thinking I was making a channel. I didn't even have a channel name at the time, but they started getting views, and I didn't even have a certain posting schedule. I had no plan. I didn't even have a planner Instagram account. But once they started getting views, it kind of snowballed into, oh, well, my sister had a YouTube channel, and that's the only reason why this came to mind. My sister traveled the US for over 2 years with her 3 boys and her husband in a Class A RV. Now they are settled in Utah, but at Streamin Freedom, I will try to remember to link her below. They had a YouTube channel, which they don't really post on a lot right now, but when they were traveling, they did. I was like, well, I mean, I guess I could make more planner videos because I kind of like this. You know, it was fun to get feedback and to share my planners. I started making more videos, and that's when I found out, wow, there's a lot of planner videos out there. There's a lot of other people making planner videos. I was like, this is a thing. Wow. Okay. And I didn't really know what I was doing. But then I made an Instagram account to go with it. And then I made up a name. And then, you know, I started to figure out what I wanted my YouTube channel to be. And it morphed into planners only. That's where I am. And then it kind of morphed into not me just sharing my planning, but doing planner reviews, which I have really enjoyed because I get to try out and see a vast number of planners. I get to be able to hopefully help you guys out by answering questions and helping you choose your next planner. Okay, so that's a long answer to why did I join the planner community? So I didn't even know there was a planner community. When I found out, I was like, whoa, okay, I've joined something that's already huge and big out here. Number 3, what season of life did you recently come out of? I would say the season of my life that I've most recently left is having little kids, because my youngest is 11 now. So I don't feel like I have little kids anymore, which for the most part is great. I'm actually happy about that. I love my boys are older. I have a 16-year-old and an 11-year-old. I've left little kid season, and I've also left the season of me having no job. I have been a stay-at-home mom since I had my son. So my first child 16 years ago. I did teach in public school for 3 years, kindergarten, before I had him. And then since I've had him, I have been blessed, and we have worked very hard and sacrificed a lot for me to be able to stay at home. I did not have a job up until I started this channel. I didn't know that I was actually making a job for myself. I'm so glad this has actually turned into a little bit of income and a fun hobby turned into a little job, but it has turned into a real, genuine part-time job with the hours that I put into it. And I'm able to make, you know, a little bit of money off my Google ads here on YouTube and off my affiliate links. I am enjoying bringing in just a little bit of income. This job kind of fell into my lap and kept growing and growing. Now I feel like I put in part-time hours every week, and I actually have real commitments and promises to companies. And so I feel like out of the season of having no real job or commitment outside of my kids. Number 4, what season are you in right now? Well, I just kind of talked about that. So I have a part-time job with my channel. I have 2 kids who homeschool. So I also homeschool my boys. My oldest just started homeschooling this school year. This is his first year to homeschool. So he has been in public school his entire life. And that was his choice to switch to homeschool for his last 2 years of high school. He actually had 3 years of high school left, but with homeschool and how far ahead he was in certain subjects, because he had skipped ahead in some things in school, he's able to finish in 2 years. So this year and next year, and he'll be done with high school. And then my youngest is in 5th grade. I have been homeschooling him since 1st grade. He went to preschool and kindergarten in public school. So that's the season I'm in right now. I homeschool. That is my biggest job, and taking care of my house and my family. And that with homeschool is a job unto itself. And then I try to just fit in my channel. That's the season I'm in right now. What season of life do you think or know you are about to go into? Thinking a couple years ahead, I know that I'm going to go into a season where my oldest son leaves us. He will probably serve a mission for our church when he turns 18 and finishes high school. I shouldn't say probably. He would say 100% at this point. That's his choice. I belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as Mormon or LDS, and they serve a mission for 2 years, assigned somewhere in the world, serving and teaching others about our Savior Jesus Christ and testifying of him, and also offering lots of service up to the people whatever region they're sent to. And that could be anywhere in the world. And he wants to serve a mission. Those boys usually leave before college. When they're 18 and when they're graduated, they can leave when both those things are met. He will be leaving really soon because I know how fast life goes. I don't like to think too much about that, but I know that's my next big season change, is him being gone and away from us somewhere and serving a church mission. It'll be a big change in our life and a big sacrifice on our part too. We will desperately miss him, but know that he will be doing amazing things and good work. So that's my next season. The next question is, did your planning needs change or remain the same during these seasons? Share how they changed in each season. Okay, of course, they've changed with each season of my life. When my kids were really little, babies and toddlers, you guys, I was barely doing any planning other than writing down appointments and things like that, and like really important things like remember the bills on this day, remember the doctor appointment on that day. I certainly wasn't doing any goal planning and nothing like the extensive planning that I'm doing now, but also I didn't have the extensive things I needed to plan like now. So my season has changed. I need more extensive planning now. I didn't need it then. Yes, with every season, my planning has drastically changed, and the planners that I need. Like now I really need a content planner. I'm using a golden coil right now for my content planner. And I like to have a weekly planner, and I like to have a daily planner for my lists. And I like to have a monthly only to look at. Then I like to have just a YouTube video only one outside of my content planner. Like, so that's on a clipboard so I can just see my YouTube videos. Yeah, wow, I didn't have any of that. A couple years ago, I didn't have need of it. So yeah, with every season, drastically changed. I'm sure you guys can relate to that 100%. And when I was a teacher, I remember I didn't need to plan that much in my life because most of my life was at school and I didn't have any kids then. So most of my planning was like in my teaching plans at school. And then outside of writing down big appointments and stuff, I wasn't making extensive plans at that point in my life either. And also, like I said, up until I started this channel, I didn't even know about the planning community. Honestly, I didn't even know about a lot of these planners. When I started my channel, I had a plum paper, I had Simplified, and I had InkWELL press. That's what I was using at the time. Our last question here is, any words of wisdom for my fellow planner babes? Oh, wow, I should have thought about this one before. Words of wisdom. I don't like to give, too much sage advice because I feel like I don't have it to give. I'm still learning so much. I learn from so many of you. The more you know, the more you know you don't know. And that is so true. The older I've gotten, the more I know that I don't know. And I have so much to learn on my journey still. I would just say, always be true to yourself. Don't worry about what other people's planners are looking like. If you see me on Instagram, you'll see I'm a very functional planner. My planning is not neat or perfect looking because that's not my personality. And my personality is not to plan for scrapbook-like, and some people like that. That's their hobby, to sticker and kind of scrapbook their planner. And those are beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not the way I plan. I plan to actually functionally live my life. And so to not get caught up in the way that other people are planning, I think we can grab lots of great ideas from everyone and incorporate that into our planning. And I love to do that. Like I'll see how they made a certain list for a week and I'm like, that's a really good idea. And we can take a little nugget from someone that might help us. I think the most important thing is stay true to what you need your planner to be for you and to what you want your planner to be for you. And don't feel pressured because you just love how so-and-so's planner looks. You would love to have your planner look that way, but if that's not you, don't feel that pressure. Just do what works for you. Do what makes you happy in your planner. Use your planner in a way that serves you. Your planner should serve you. It should make you feel good, feel organized, feel happy when you use it. I always say that. If your planner doesn't make you happy, then you don't have the right planner, because you should not be feeling frustrated with your planner. Let your planner work for you. Let your planner serve you. And don't be worried about what everybody else's planner looks like. Kind of like, saying, don't look around at everybody else's life and worry about what their life looks like. Just stay focused on yours and then you'll see all the blessings. All right, guys, that wraps up our seasons of planning collaboration here on Amanda's Favorites. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll be happy to plan with Desiree and I will link her down below. I'm so grateful you guys are here and joined me, not even a lot of you guys not knowing me. Thanks for popping in and getting to know me a little bit. I would love to hear from you down below. Since a lot of you are new here, I would just love for you to pop in and say hi. Tell me what planner you're using right now or what planner you're thinking about for 2020. I would love to hear from you down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Happy planning, and we'll see you next time.